most wonderful time of the JVSCP YouTube channel. Hello, it is December and we're thinking we're gonna do a few Christmas themed entries now for the next few weeks. As always, I'm going in completely blind. I think this one is pretty heavy-handed on its Christmas themes from what I saw just kind of scrolling through it to make sure it wasn't too long. So yeah, I'm excited to get started. Hope you are too. Let's begin. SCP-5925 by the SlothSavant from the SCP Wiki. Containment class Safe. Disruption class Dark. Risk class Notice. Special containment procedures. SCP-5925 is to be contained in Standard Humanoid Containment Cell B5 of Site-118's Delta Wing. Personnel are not to directly or indirectly refer to 5925 by any name, title, or designation other than its item number. No other measures are necessary to successfully contain him in his current state, and this will continue to be the case indefinitely. And then we need level 5 clearance to proceed, and luckily I do, so I'm just gonna proceed here. SCP-5925 is considered a Issue class nomenclative hazard. And if you click that, it links to some other article that we're not gonna read today, so if you're confused about what that means, so am I. However, previous attempts to contain 5925 per Protocol 4000 issue have been deemed inadequate. As such, Protocol 5925 issue has been devised to forcefully associate 5925 with a single title, specifically that of its item number. This protocol additionally requires familiarity with 5925's item number, containment procedures, description, and appearance by as many Foundation personnel as currently available. The clearance level has thus been adjusted to reflect this, and 5925's incomplete file is to be regularly circulated through junior researcher and security staff in all sites. Okay, it seems like I might have to know what this issue thing is, so I'm just kind of skimming through here, and there's a warning that says the following anomaly is affected by communication. Do not refer to it in speech or writing unless trained. So basically, when something is per Protocol 4000 issue, that means that you are not supposed to sort of give it a name or refer to it with like a title or anything that could be like an identification of it. You can, however, seemingly describe it, but what you're supposed to do originally per Protocol 4000 issue is make sure that there's variation in how you describe it, so you don't describe it the exact same every time. And one technique they use in the 4000 protocol is that they color code and maybe like change the font and stuff to be able to like repeat stuff a bit more. I think that's the gist of it. I'm not reading another super long article here, but all that to say, in our main article, the 4000 is not enough to work. So what they've done is they've established a new protocol for this entry specifically, I guess, with the goal of, instead of not referring to it as anything, they're gonna refer to it, but always as just one thing. In this case, it's item number. That's how I understand it, at least, but we'll keep reading and see if it becomes any clearer. As an additional measure, the entrance of cell B5 is to be reinforced with iron plating. Following Incident 5925 Holly, the Containment Class, Disruption Class, Risk Class, procedures and description of this article have been altered in keeping with nomenclative association methods necessary for further containment. These alterations have been marked in blue for differentiation from the standard formatting. So we're probably gonna put like a blue filter on the video as well, but if you're only listening, whenever you hear this type of sound in the background, that means that the text I'm currently reading is blue. Okay, moving on to the description. SCP-5925 is a humanoid which appears to be an elderly male of Northern European descent. Though 5925 has the physique of a 70 to 80-year-old man, records that refer to 5925 indicate that the subject is far older. He is frail, friendly, charitable, and compliant with the Foundation's instructions. 5925 has knowledge of the full name of all people it comes into contact with, despite having never personally met. It is also aware of current or past material desires of these individuals. Besides this and his lengthened lifespan, he has no other anomalous capabilities. And I mean, all of us understood this a while ago, but it's Santa, right? Like that's the Foundation got Santa. You know, I shouldn't be surprised, but saddens me a little bit still. But let's use our level 5 clearance to access the discovery log.
SCP-5925 was discovered on September 22nd, 1995 during a performance of the 4000 Halloway procedure. A mistake occurred during the execution of the procedure. Footnote: the specifics of this mistake have been omitted in keeping with Protocol 5925 issue. The procedure still resulted in an expansion of the fireplace and a ladder descending from the chimney. However, this ladder did not lead to the place of the nameless oddities, and instead SCP-5925 emerged from the chimney into the site. Notably, despite several members of personnel utilizing the same epithet to describe 5925 in the moment of its appearance, none of them suffered any adverse anomalous effects. Additionally, upon personnel referring to 5925 by this epithet, it became docile and amiable. This is believed to be due to the cultural association of the epithet in question. 5925 then escaped the facility by anomalous means. Footnote: the specifics of 5925's escape has been omitted in keeping with Protocol 5925 issue, leaving behind gifts for all of those present. 5925 was afterward given its current item number and designated as a Euclid-class entity. The mistake which led to 5925's initial appearance was later replicated. Being prepared, personnel referred to 5925 by its item number and were successful in apprehending the subject. The relevance of 5925's designation to the success of this operation was later discovered during its containment, and the initial draft of the 5925 issue protocol was enacted. This protocol was later expanded upon following the 5925 Hawley accident.
Okay, and following this, we are presented with Addendum 5925-01, and using my level 5 clearance again, we can see that this is the Hawley incident. The following is an interview conducted on June 20th, 1996. The purpose of said interview was to establish the difference between 5925 and the entities residing in the Grove of Games and Names. During this interview, details pertaining to the nature of 5925's status as an SU class entity were revealed, leading to alterations to the 5925 SU protocol to more effectively contain the subject.
Interviewer.
SCP-5925.
Interviewer.
Dr. Angulo.
Forward.
SCP-5925 has shown to be more compliant and cognitive when interacting with only one individual directly. As such, this interview was conducted within Chamber B5. No other individuals were within the chamber during the interaction. However, 2 members of security personnel were present beside the chamber entrance for emergency assistance in the event of a nomenclative breach.
Begin log.
Good morning, SCP-5925.
Well, if it isn't Mariah. Yes, I remember. You wanted a proper chemistry set all through 4th grade.
And I never did get it.
No, my poor soul. No, you didn't. But you were rather naughty, as I recall. And your mother, Benilda, bless her, she wished she could have afforded it. How is she now?
I actually came to ask you a few questions. We want to know how you differ from the others like you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mariah. I'm not certain of what you mean.
When we first found you, we were trying to get somewhere. A place with people similar to you, you could say.
I see now. I see. You mean the land of...
Dr. Angulo winces at this. No effect was detected from this naming, and thus the interview proceeds.
Yes, there are things we've found there. It is dangerous for us to name them and the place itself.
Oh, well, I imagined it would be. They must be starving for names. Dreadful fate.
Well, this clearly isn't the case for you.
Of course not, Mariah. I have no want for names, for I have collected many. Jolly ones, playful ones, rough ones, ancient ones. And still I collect more, like this new name of yours. It is cold and harsh, but it is mine now, and all that comes with it.
When the others lost their names, why didn't you?
I lost my fair share. I'm not what I once was. Those times they split me into parts. But one makes do if one is to survive.
And none of the others could hold on to some of their names like you did?
SCP-5925 laughs.
I don't believe I ever said such a thing. There are a few still in the shadows causing trouble, the scamps. There is, of course. You can't avoid but to run into him come spring. Then there's... And... is always good for a laugh. What's wrong, Mariah? You look ill.
We can't... We shouldn't be having this conversation like this without further security. I'm sorry, it's not safe.
My apologies. I did not mean to frighten you. I was simply reminiscing. Good times with fun names. Not like this one. Euclid. What kind of name is that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Euclid. That is what I am now, yes? A Euclid? So broad, so meaningless. You have all kinds of Euclids.
Dr. Angelo and 5925's breath become visible in the air.
What are you...
SCP-5925. That's no name for me. SCP is the name for cruel, evil, terrible things. And so many of them, so varied. But it is mine now, and all that comes with it.
Dr. Angulo stands abruptly and attempts to exit chamber B5. The chamber door jams and is unable to open. Dr. Angulo repeatedly strikes the door.
Open now! There's been a breach!
No need for that, Mariah. I'm sure Jacob and Richard are already right on it. It may take them some time, though.
Dr. Angulo crouches by the door, breathing into her hands.
So cold. So fast. How?
The cold has always been mine. The snow, ice, sleet, and, of course, the death that accompanies them. No matter my name, winter follows. As for how, I am an SCP now. I'm capable of many things, just as long as I'm stuck in this box with you. Speaking of which, while I have you here, Mariah, I must say I'm simply not fond of this name. I'd like another. Could I ask for your help in that?
Please.
It doesn't have to be new. I would gladly take one of the old, just as long as it gets me out of this box. I have too much to do.
Dr. Angulo slumps backward, appearing to nearly lose consciousness.
I promise the cold will cease, Mariah. I wish you no harm. Truly, I don't. All names have power, and in your world, the powers are rather grim. Hurry, your time grows short.
Holy.
What was that?
The Holy King.
SCP-5925's body begins to change rapidly. Its hair and beard grow substantially. Its physique becomes much taller, but decrepit and starved. A green hood and robe appear on its body. A pair of cervidae antlers sprout from its forehead. A stained broadsword appears in its hands. The breaths of SCP-5925 and Dr. Angulo becomes no longer visible, indicating a rise in temperature. SCP-5925 laughs strenuously.
clever one, Mariah. Very sly, very naughty. To pick such an old name, one with such strict rules, and in June, no less. Yes, this name does me no good. Not for another 4 months at the very least.
The doors to the chamber open. Security personnel enter, assisting Dr. Angulo to stand. They then begin to escort Dr. Angulo out of the chamber.
May you have a merry midsummer, I suppose. And happy holidays.
And what?
SCP-5925's form reverted after 3 days. Prior to this, it created a crown of
Aquifolius,
footnote, commonly known as holly, and expressed the desire to gift this item to Dr. Angulo as an apology for its behavior.
And that's 5925. And I feel like we're off to a good, very Christmassy start to this little Christmas special month or whatever this is on the channel. This one is, of course, very specifically about Santa. And though I don't know exactly what the next few ones are gonna be, I do think that not all of them will be like, what if Santa Claus was an eldritch being and also was captured by the SCP Foundation? I'm thinking that some of them will probably be a lot more sort of vaguely Christmas themed, you know, sort of like the whole, you know, Die Hard is actually a Christmas movie thing, you know, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it takes place, whatever, that's a whole conversation, but I'm guessing there'll be more stuff like that as well. But yeah, I enjoyed this. Also sort of a newer one, I think. It's a 5001. When was that? Okay, it's a few years old here. It's from 2020. But yeah, really enjoyed this. Feels good to have kicked off our little Christmas special where we're gonna do a few of these. If you know any Christmas or holiday themed SCP entries that you think would fit the channel, leave them in the comments down below. And I just want to give a thank you to you for watching, and for our members and patrons that are somewhere over there, I think, for supporting us in this little endeavor of running this channel on the side of the other stuff that both me and get to do. We're very thankful to you, and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. Have a good one. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.